Okay, so my dear friends, this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Please do your own research or consult a professional financial advisor before investing your money. Thank you. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we are looking at the Google Finance earnings calendar. We are going to check the biggest US companies reporting their profits next week. Look at the top of my screen. All times are shown in the UTC plus 5 time zone. If you live in different country, make sure to change these times to your own local clock. Next week is going to be very busy for the stock market. We have companies from many different businesses. So we have military drone makers, shoe brands, drink companies, industrial tool sellers, food companies and financial data providers. Let's look at each stock one by one. We will check the real numbers from my screen and latest news. First on Monday, June 29 at 1:30 am UTC plus 5, we have AeroVironment. They make high-tech military drones and robotic systems for armies around the world. Let us look at the live estimates on my screen. Wall Street expects a profit of $1.47 per share. And a revenue estimate target for total sales is $559.1 million. AeroVironment has a huge $4.6 billion backlog of orders. This means government have ordered many drones and the company is busy making them. However, in their last earnings report, they missed their profit target. They made only $0.64 per share instead of the expected $0.72. This happened because of problems in getting raw materials. Now investors want to see if the company can fix these supply problems and make enough drones to hit their new $559.1 million sales target. On Tuesday, June 30 at 2 am UTC plus 5, the famous sports shoe and clothing brand Nike will report its earnings. This is the most popular report of the week. Let us look at the live numbers on the screen. Analysts expect a low profit of just $0.12 per share, and the revenue estimate sales target is very high at $10.8 billion. Nike is going through a very difficult time. A report shows that Nike stock is trading near its lowest price in 12 years. Their sales in China dropped by 28% recently. Because of this, Nike had to cut 1,400 corporate jobs worldwide to save money. Big banks like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan have lowered their rating on the stocks. They say smaller new shoes brands are taking Nike's customers. Investors want to hear from the CEO Elliot Hill. They want to know if his new plan to sell more shoes in local retail stores is working. Now we look at Wednesday, July 1st. The day starts at 5 pm UTC plus 5 with Constellation brands. They are a very big drink company that sells popular beers like Corona and Modelo in the United States. Here are the live expectations from our dashboard. Wall Street expects a big profit of $3.25 per share and a revenue estimate on total sales target is $2.4 billion. While inflation is hurting many businesses, but Constellation Brands is doing very well. In their last report, they beat market expectations easily. The company is spending a lot of money on advertisements for the upcoming World Cup soccer matches. They expect to sell a very high amount of beer this summer. Also, the company brought their aluminium cans early at low prices. This helps them keep their cost low and their profits high. Investors are very excited about this stock. Just 30 minutes later on Wednesday, July 1st at 5:30 pm UTC plus 5, we have MSC Industrial Direct Co. They sell heavy machinery tools, metalworking supplies and factory repair items. Let us look at the numbers on the screen. The market expects a profit of $1.26 per share and the revenue estimate sales target is $1.0 billion. This company is like a mirror for the US economy. They sell tools to factories. If factories are busy making things, they buy more tools from this company. In their last report in April, their profit was lower than expected because US factory activity slowed down. For this new report, analyst wants to see if factories are starting to buy tools again. If they beat the $1.0 billion target, it means the US manufacturing economy is growing stronger. At 6 pm UTC plus 5 on Wednesday, July 1st, the big food company General Mills will release its numbers. They own famous grocery brands like Cheerios, cereals and Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Let us look at live numbers. Wall Street expects a profit of $0.80 per share and the revenue estimate of sales target is $4.6 billion. General Mills had a tough year because grocery prices are high. Many families stop buying expensive brand foods. Instead, they start buying cheaper generic store brands. This caused General Mills retail sales to drop by 8% in their last quarter. But the CEO, Jeff Harmening, says they are launching new food items and changing their prices to bring back customers. Value investors are watching this report closely to see if food sales are finally going back up. Also at 6 p.m. UTC plus 5 on Wednesday, July 1st, we have our last company, FactSet Research Systems. They provide financial data, software, and stock charts to investment banks and hedge funds. Look at these big numbers on my screen. Analysts expect a massive profit of $4.45 per share and revenue estimate sales expectation is $617.6 million. FactSet is a very safe and steady company. Reports shows that 95% of their clients renew their software subscriptions every year. They also have increased their cash dividend payouts to investors for 26 years now. FactSet is adding new artificial intelligence tools into their software to help financial analysts work faster. Investors want to see if these new AI features are helping them get more clients and grow their revenue past the $617.6 million mark. That is the full breakdown of next week earnings. These 6 companies will show us the real health of the US company. We will see how military defense, retail shopping, beer sales, factories, groceries, and financial tech softwares are performing. Which stock do you think will show the best profit? I'm gonna tell you the exact reasons why you should buy these stocks. Let's look at the top 3 major stories moving the US stock market right now. First, we must talk about the Google's parent company, Alphabet. Alphabet shares just faced a sharp 5.08% drop, falling down to $348.78. This sudden market crash wiped billions of dollars off its total market value. The question arises in your mind that why did this happen, right? The reports shows that a few of Google's top artificial intelligence scientists officially quit the company. They left to join a rival AI startup. This has made Wall Street investors very nervous. People are worried that Google might lose its lead in the massive global AI race. Next, let us look at the exact opposite story with Micron technology. While tech stocks are falling, Micron stock just skyrocketed by a massive 6.82%, hitting a new record high of $1,211.38. This huge rally is happening because Micron is scheduled to report its quarterly financial earnings this Wednesday. Wall Street analysts are incredibly excited. They predict that Micron's quarterly revenue will hit a record-breaking $34.5 billion due to the endless global demand for AI memory chips. Investors are aggressively buying up the stocks today, betting on a spectacular earnings beat later this week. Lastly, let us look at the US interest rates. The Federal Reserve under its new chair Kevin Walsh recently kept the benchmark interest rate steady between 3.50 to 3.75%. However, the big news is that the Fed raised its 2026 inflation forecast significantly to 3.6%. Cause of this, the big Wall Street firms like Bank of America now predict that the Fed will raise interest rates 3 more times this year. This hawkish tone has pushed the 10-year US Treasury yield up to 4.5%. Traders are now waiting for the upcoming government inflation data to see what the Fed will do next. Keep a close eye on these live charts and make sure your portfolio is ready for highly active trading week.